Good morning, this is Angela with Parkrose Permaculture. Still very snowy. We have an ice storm warning today. Hoping our power doesn't go out. I thought I would give you an update since I can't be out in the garden. I thought I'd give you an update from some of the gardening projects in the house. And one of those is my tree collards. If you check out my earlier video, you can learn how to root tree collard cuttings. And also check out my video on unboxing this shipment of tree collard cuttings from Project Tree Collard in California. So, thought I'd talk a little bit about what they look like at this stage, what's normal and what to expect. These are some rooted cuttings I was given about a week before I got my Project Tree Collard cuttings, so they are a little bit more advanced. And if you remember in that video, I talked about how the cuttings are quite long and you can actually cut them in half. As long as you've got 3 or 4 little leaf nodes, you can cut them in half and stick them in the ground and both halves will root. So that's what I did. You can see the purple tree collard cuttings here, the top half and then the bottom half. And the top half is already doing a great job of leafing out. And the bottom half is often a little slower to get going because it didn't have those established little leaflets going at the terminal end of the plant. So from the side, it will send off these little leaf nodes, and those will open up and unfurl. In fact, if you look at the dinosaur tree kale here, you can see the one I've cut in half. It's a little bit speedier and it's already sending out leaflets along those nodes. And then here's the one that was the top part. Okay, here again you can see the leaflets on the side. When you cut cuttings in half and you're using the bottom half, you can see they become desiccated and shriveled at the top as the plant seals itself off and protects itself from fungal and bacterial disease. So that's normal. If you see it turn kind of white and kind of curl in on itself and shrivel up, that's totally normal. You can look at this Merit tree collard and see more of the same. It becomes woody and hard and kind of curls in, totally normal. You can see here the little leaf nodes starting to produce. There's one down here too. What is not normal is to have white fuzzy mold, black gray looking mold. That's not a good sign. So when you root your tree collards, you want to make sure that you're not overwatering them. I think that's one of the most significant problems I see when folks root their tree collards is they keep the pot too wet. So you do want to let it dry out fairly well in between waterings so that you don't encourage the growth of mold. Particularly where I live, our house is quite damp in the winter unless I'm running the wood stove all the time. And I want to make sure that I'm not encouraging any more than the natural environment. If you're rooting these in a greenhouse, same thing. Don't keep them soggy wet. Here you can see the Merit tree collard is already leafing out at the top and it's going to have those broader green leaves. And here, the dinosaur tree kale, there we go. You can really see that the texture mimics the dinosaur annual kale. So that's pretty cool. We have that same ruffly texture and dark green foliage of the annual kale in a perennial plant. Now, if you have your tree collards outside, I hope you've been covering them. They are hardy down to about, between 20 and 24 degrees Fahrenheit. Mine had all gotten mowed down, so I don't have any to cover out in the garden right now, but I have these little babies in the house. They will just keep on growing here, growing them out. And come April, I will probably plant them out in the garden. So that's my update for today. Hope y'all are staying safe and hope you can stay off the roads and kind of hunker down. Hope y'all keep your power. I'll see you soon.